Ladies and gentlemen, we have some insight on the Bears practice and we have some footage from 11s and 7s. I do want to give a massive shout out to Bears or Bear Den Live here. Make sure you guys go follow him. He posts so much footage of these practices when he is there. Make sure you go follow him. He's only like 30 followers away from 1,000. So if you guys can do that, make sure you guys go check him out. I mean, if you're a Bears fan, I don't know why you're not following him yet. That's the biggest question mark, at least in my eyes. But with that being said, we're going to break down a ton of news, notes, highlights, observations from this practice. Okay, now, the first thing I want to show you, and I do want to show you the clip before I kind of come in and break it down. Watch 87 here, Luther Burden on the crosser. This is something we see a ton, and this is a dot. Okay, so we're going to see a little bit of pre-snap motion here by, I believe, Colson Loveland. He's going to be running this shallow cross over the middle of the field. We're going to have another route running a little bit less shallow, a little bit deeper. Again, but still shallow cross. And then we're going to get a deeper cross from Luther Burden. We're going to have a go ball down that left sideline trying to clear the safety. And look at the release, okay? I want you guys to focus on the release. He's going to act like he's going to the outside, getting outside leverage. And then he's going to, boom, break inside. Great route here. Gets his DB to flip his hips for just a second and buys him just enough time to create a little bit of separation there. But this is a beautiful ball by Caleb Williams. Look at this, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful catch. Beautiful job. Let me move my camera so you guys can see it in totality for this play. And I'll just show it fully here. That looks beautiful, man. I heard that Luther Burden was getting, screamed at a little bit at practice yesterday. Bouncing back today with a nice little grab here in man coverage. Great catch through contact. Let's go, man. We're going to break down a ton more. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's dive in. Here's a little bit of a late one. Again, I'll move my camera to this left side. But another one to Luther Burden. First thing we recognize here is it looks like he was running this corner route. They have a clear out route down the field. And then they have a flat. Just because if this is zone coverage, you can really get a matchup onto a linebacker. In most cases, the DB is going to be in that flat. And some cases, you'll have a deep third here. But right here, it looks like this is actually maybe man coverage. But the concept was there to try to beat zone. But ultimately, they get a man matchup that they absolutely love. And look at this grab. The body adjustment, the change, the catch radius here by Luther Burden. Looks like he does get back and bounce. Not back and bounce, but 1 foot there, 2 foot there. That's a completion. Beautiful job by Caleb Williams. And you can see the clear out route essentially took the safety and a deep and a corner with them, right? These two guys are locked in on the deep. Gives us a one-on-one matchup here already with leverage. Great ball by Caleb Williams. DB never gets that head back around. What a play. All right, so Luther Burden has definitely came in here early and made a point with this offense. That is huge. And actually, is that Caleb Williams? I can't tell if Caleb Williams is actually throwing this football. Actually doesn't look like Caleb Williams. You guys let me know. I can't tell. If you guys have any idea, let me know in the comments. I just can't tell if that's Caleb Williams or not. Could be. So I just found out who it was. Courtney Cronin kind of put out a tweet saying Luther Burden is having himself a great practice. We just watched those two back-to-back plays. He caught a really well-placed ball down the sideline from Caleb Williams with Tyrique Stevenson coverage. I believe that was the first throw that we saw. Or no. Yes, the first throw we saw in man-to-man coverage. Tyrique, yeah, that one makes sense. The last one we just saw, we didn't know who the quarterback was. Looks like that was Tyson. So a little bit of clarity there. But again, Luther Burden is having a really good practice, at least thus far. A couple of targets, couple of grabs. Needs to keep that going. Let's get a comment here saying Tyrique is gone. What do you guys think about Tyrique Stevenson? Do you guys think he should be gone or no? Well, they did run a little bit of install early in practice. And again, shout out to Bear Den Live. Again, go follow him. He kind of showed this clip of DJ Moore in the backfield. Now, again, this isn't something that surprises me by any means. You have Ben Johnson as a head coach here. He loves to make things just look different and feel crazy, right? Now again, this doesn't really feel crazy having DJ Moore in the backfield, but this could be something we see a lot of. And I'm very intrigued. Again, it's not full speed or anything like that. They're just going through the play. Okay, install. That's what it is. Installing certain offense, certain defense. That looks like a quick little pitch to DJ Moore at the backfield. We'll see if he does get a lot of reps at running back this year. I doubt you'll see him carry the ball more than 10, 15 times, but I could be wrong. They might utilize him as a running back a lot more than we think. But definitely an interesting note for sure. Now, before we get any further into practice, make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and we will be covering this Chicago Bears team throughout training camp, throughout preseason football games. Whenever they play a game, we're most likely going to be breaking down film, whether it's individual player film or offense, defensive film as well. And also same thing for the regular season. Make sure you guys join the family. Again, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering you guys and this team all year long. So turn on your post notifications and let's dive back in. A couple more plays here. Looks like we got double tight end formations. Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet. Okay, so they start out wide and come in. So this is interesting technique here, because they do believe that these guys can be utilized a ton in 12 personnel sets, but they do think they can line out wide as well. So right here we start out 5 wide, empty set, and then we motion to a single back set. End the football off. It's intriguing. And the reason it's intriguing is because defenses are going to have to come out in certain personnel. And if they're getting beat all game with, let's just say, these guys, Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland, out wide, they're going to start to say, okay, we got to have an extra DB on the field. We got to have an extra safety on the field so we can guard these guys, right? But with the versatility of being able to say, all right, we're 5 wide and let's just come back in and come into a single back set with 2 tight ends in line. That can add a lot of issues to a defense because they may not be in that type of personnel where they have an extra linebacker on the field, right? So it can definitely create some problems within a defense. So this is a portion of practice that when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's a little bit interesting. Caleb Williams also had a very good practice today. We see we're in the shotgun. We're going to send our running back to the opposing side in the flats. We have a tight end kind of chipping and releasing off a block. But look at Caleb Williams on this play, right? He's in the backfield. He escapes the pressure. He steps up in the pocket, right, and chucks this thing deep. Great ball right where it needs to be. And it finds Zaccheaus for a massive play down the field. This is beautiful. So essentially, they kind of wanted to fake the bootleg right. And you kind of see it here. Because the running back comes in this direction, a lot of these second level defenders start to trend in that direction, right? Now, when we don't completely come out this way, those guys have false steps in the opposite direction. We kind of can stop, right? Fake bootleg, stop, come back the other way, and now we have the rest of the field pretty much wide open with the one-on-one. Beautiful, beautiful job. Beautiful job right there by the offense. I do want to end the video here, though. Again, if you guys go follow Bear Den Live, he'll probably be posting so much more of 11-on-11s and maybe even some 7-on-7s. So go give him a follow if you haven't already done so yet, man. He's amazing in terms of how much he posts about this team. So go check him out, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's update. Peace.